Thank you very much.
As the court pleases, I then call Michelle Berger. My lady, may I? There was a judgment indicating that all witnesses that gave evidence could be recorded and shown, audiovisual recordings. My lady, we've objected on behalf of this witness,
Yes.
and the ruling was that this particular witness and the ones that would follow, that I would include the court, that would inform the court about, evidence should not be recorded and shown, either on a video recording or still photos. My lady, there's then a second issue. We not only have this court, we also have an overflow court. So I beg the court's finding that the court would order that also in the overflow court, the witness's face is not shown.
Okay. The overflow, they're hearing us, aren't they?
The overflow court can hear us, my lady, yes.
The part of these proceedings.
Indeed, my lady.
Yes. So it does apply. I do order that the face of this witness should not be shown.
As a court, please.
Yes. Is there anything else?
That's it.
No, that's it. Thank you.
She testifies in Afrikaans, your ladyship. Volle naam en voor.
Michelle Berger?
Enige beswaar teen die aflê van die voorgeskrewe eed?
Nee,
Beskou u dit bindend op u gewete?
is reg.
Sweer u dat die getuienis wat u gaan aflê die waarheid, die volle waarheid en niks anders as die waarheid sal wees nie? Steek op u regterhand en sê so help my God.
So help my God.
My lady,
You may be seated if you so wish.
we will lead the witness in English, the witness would respond in Afrikaans. That. Are you comfortable? Madam, what business are you in?
Ek's 'n dosent by die Universiteit van Pretoria.
I'm a lecturer at the University of Pretoria.
In which department, madam?
U edele, ek is by die departement konstruksie-ekonomie,
I'm at the Department Construction
economics.
Economics.
Madam, the accused before court is Mr. Oscar Pistorius. Do you know him?
U edele, ek het hom nog nooit ontmoet nie, ek ken hom nie.
My lady, I've never met him before.
Before this incident, madam, did you know where he stayed?
U edele, ek het geweet hy woon in die Silverwoods estate, maar ek het nie geweet waar nie.
I did know that he was staying in the Silverwoods estate, but I did not know where.
Madam, on the 14th of February 2013, where did you stay?
U edele, ek woon in Silverstream landgoed in Pretoria. Ek het daar gewoon op daardie datum en ek woon steeds daar.
My lady, I stayed in the Silverstream estate on that date, and I am still staying there.
And who shares the house with you, madam?
U edele, my man, Charl Johnson, woon saam met my.
It's my husband, Charl Johnson. He stays with me.
How long have you been staying there, madam?
U edele, ons het in 2011 ingetrek.
We moved in 2011, my lady.
Now, your estate and the Silverwoods estate, are they next to each other?
Ja, dis aangrensend tot mekaar. My huis is teen die grens van die Silverwoods landgoed in Silverstream estate.
Yes, they are next to each other. huisgrens.
Ja.
My house is
Adjacent.
next to the a border of the Silver Stream and the Silverwoods estate.
Now, madam, this matter deals with an incident that happened on the 14th of February 2013, early morning hours. You know that.
Yes, I do.
Now, on the evening of 13 February 2013, was anything special at your house, madam?
Dit was 'n aand soos enige ander aand gewees. Ek en my man was by die huis gewees. Ons het aandete geëet, ek het kos voorberei en ons het gewone tyd gaan slaap wat gewoonlik tussen 9:00 en 10:00 is.
Just 1 minute. Give Ms. Boshan time to interpret, please.
My lady, it was an evening like any other evening. We were at home, we ate dinner, I prepared food, and we went to bed at our normal hours, which is between 9 and 10.
Then, madam, what happened?
Die edele net na 3 die oggend het ek wakker geword van 'n vrou se verskriklike gille.
My lady, just after 3, I woke up from a woman's terrible screams.
Ek het regop gesit in die bed en my man het ook wakker geword van die gille.
I sat upright in bed and my husband also woke up from the screams.
My man het opgespring en balkon toe gehardloop.
My husband jumped up and went to the balcony.
Ek het nog in die bed bly sit. Ek het haar gille gehoor.
I was still sitting in the bed and I heard her screams.
En sy het om hulp geroep en toe na dit
You'd have to slow down a little bit. You're still sitting on the bed, yes?
You were saying?
die edele sy het verskriklik gegil en toe het sy om hulp geroep.
She screamed terribly and she yelled for help.
Die edele en toe hoor ek 'n man ook om hulp roep. Hy het 3 keer help geskree.
Then I also heard a man screaming for help and he
Hy het 3 times.
3 times he yelled for help.
Yes, and then?
Die edele, ek sê toe vir my man, ek skree vir hom met help nie, hy staan op die balkon nie. Hy moet terugkom na die kamer toe, dat ons sekuriteit kan ontbied.
I then told my husband that it doesn't help him standing on the balcony. He must come back into the room and that we should call the security.
Yes.
Die edele, my man het toe teruggekom en ek het my selfoon is langs die bed. Ek het toe my selfoon gevat en ek het security op die foon gedruk.
My husband came back into the room. My cell phone was next to my bed. I took my cell phone and then I dialed for security.
And you dialed security. What did you do with your phone?
Die edele, ek het dit toe vir my man gegee dat hy kan praat met die sekuriteit want ons is in Silver Stream estate en ek het gedink ek moet Silver Stream sekuriteit bel sodat hulle Silverwoods kan ontbied en sê daar's 'n huisaanval, mense word aangeval in hulle huis want dis wat ons gedink het as gevolg van die gille.
Okay, let's get that.
I gave my phone to my husband so that he can speak to them because we stay in Silver Stream estate and I thought that our security should call Silverwoods estate to tell them that there was an attack in a house there.
Yes.
Die edele, my man het toe op die foon gepraat en vir die sekuriteitpersoon wat aan die ander kant was verduidelik, mense word langsaan aangeval, hulle moet asseblief gaan kyk.
My lady, my husband talked on the phone and explained to the security that there are people next door being attacked and that they should go there.
Yes.
Die edele, my man het toe die storie herhaal want die sekuriteit op die foon het toe die foon vir iemand anders te gegee En my man het die hele storie toe herhaal en gesê van die aanval in die huis.
My lady, my husband repeated the story because the phone was given to another person, so my husband explained, repeated the story and explained that someone is being attacked in a house.
Yes. Your husband repeated the story, and what happened then?
Die edele, hy het toe vir my gesê, dis Troebenkop sekuriteit. Dis die verkeerde sekuriteitsnommer wat ons gebel het. Dis 'n plek waar ons voorheen gewoon het. En hy het die foon neergegooi.
He then told me that it's Troebenkop security. It's the security of a place where we lived previously. He said it's the wrong security and he dropped the phone.
Yeah.
Die edele, my man het toe teruggehardloop na die balkon toe. Ek sit nog steeds in die bed. En toe hoor ek weer haar gille. En dit was erger as voorheen. Dit was meer intens.
Okay.
My husband then ran back to the balcony. I was still sitting in bed. I heard her screams again. It was worse. It was more intense.
Yes.
Die edele, sy was vreesbevange geweest. Dit is die ergste. Dit was soos 'n klimaks. Ek het haar angs gehoor en ek het geweet iets gaan kom. Iets verskrikliks gebeur in daardie huis.
Apologies, my lady. May I ask her to just repeat what you said?
Please repeat.
Kan jy net vir my herhaal asseblief?
You were saying the screams were more intense,
It was-
and then
It was a climax. She was very scared. It was screams that was a climax.
Okay. And what happened then?
Maar die edele, na haar gille, enkele oomblikke na dit het die skote geklap. Daar was 4 skote gewees. Die tyd tussen die eerste en die tweede skoot was 'n bietjie langer as tussen die tweede en die derde en die derde en die vierde skoot.
Just after her screams, my lady, I heard 4 shots. It was 4 gunshots that I heard. The time between the first and the fourth shot was much longer than between the second and the third one.
There were 4 shots. You said the first. Could you perhaps give us a demonstration by using bum?
Dit was edele byvoorbeeld gewees, bang, 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 bang. Daar was 'n groter pose tussen 1 en 2 as tussen 2 en 3 en 3 en 4.
There was a longer pause between number 1 and 2 than between number 2 and 3 and 3 and 4.
Edele, ek wil ook vir die hof net sê, ek was nie met 'n stopperlosie daar nie, maar ek kan sê die tyd tussen nommer 1 en 2 was langer as tussen 2 en 3 en 3 en 4.
My lady, I was not there with the stopwatch, but I can tell the court that the pause between 1 and 2 was much longer than number 2 and between number 2 and 3 and 3 and 4.
And what happened then after the shots, madam?
Edele, my man het toe teruggekom na die kamer toe. Ek was nog steeds in die bed waar ek gesit het.
My lady, my husband returned then from the balcony and I was still sitting in bed.
Edele, ek sê toe vir my man, ek hoop nie daai vrou het nou net gesien hoe haar man voor haar doodgeskiet is nie. Want ons het hom nie weer gehoor na hy help geskree het nie, so ek het gedink hy's dalk geskiet.
Then I told my husband that I do not hope that that woman saw her husband being shot in front of her, because after he screamed for help, we did not hear him again.
What happened after that, madam?
Edele, ek was maar uit die mekaar aand, ek het gelê, ek was wakker en ek het geslaap. Ek het opgestaan die volgende oggend soos gewoonlik.
My lady, it was a confusing evening because I was sleeping and then I was awake and then I sleeping again and then the next morning I woke up again, or I got up again.
My normal time.
my normal time. I woke up.
Die edele, ek het toe klaargemaak om werk toe te gaan. My man was besig onder om opmetings te doen. Hy het gedink hy moet ons sekuriteit opskerp weens die huisaanval.
I was preparing for work and my husband was upstairs doing measurements because he thought that he should have to increase our security because of the attack in the house.
Die edele, ek wil net duidelik maak, my man was nie bo besig om opmetings te doen nie. Hy was op, maar besig om opmetings te doen in die huis.
My apologies, my lady. My husband was not upstairs. He was up and was busy doing measurements in the house.
Madam, before we continue, can you just have a look at this file? And if you have a file with you, you can open at F.
How do you refer to this file?
Indeed, my
How do you
lady.
identify it?
It's Exhibit F, my lady. Its photographs. I'll refer the witness to that.
Just give us 1 minute.
Nine to 1. Slide 9 to 1. Is there? Well, ladies, simultaneous with a reference to the exhibit, it will be screened on all the different screens in court as well.
Thank you.
Madam, having regard to that aerial photograph 921, can you confirm where your house is?
Die edele, ek kan.
Lady, I'll just put on record, the witness is pointing towards a roof just above 46A Trevor Crescent. The roof she's referring to is just above the T
Yes, I
of
see
Trevor
that.
Crescent.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Die edele, dis korrek.
That is correct.
And if looking at the photograph and just look at the numbers, the 191 and 193 would be in what estate would they be? Estate next door.
Die edele, dit sal in Silver Woods wees, want ons is teen die grens van Silver Stream.
It would be in Silver Woods because we are just next to the border of Silver Woods.
Let us then go to photograph 930, 930. Are you there, madam?
Die edele, ek is daar.
Does it look
Yes.
familiar?
Ja, dit is my balkon daai.
Yes, it's my balcony.
Yeah. If we just explain to the court, you in your evidence said your husband went to the balcony. Which balcony did you refer to?
Die edele, dis hierdie balkon op hierdie foto.
I'm referring to this balcony on this photo.
Yeah. The house you're staying in, is it a 1 or 2 story house?
Die edele, dis 'n dubbelverdieping huis.
It's a 2-story house.
And this balcony is on which floor?
Die edele is op die boonste verdieping.
It's on the top level.
There is a little red arrow. Does that look familiar to you?
Ja, die edele, dit is wat ek verstaan meneer Oscar Pistorius se huis is, die badkamer van sy huis.
Yes, from what I understand, that is where Mr. Oscar Pistorius' house is, his bathroom.
Let's just turn the page to 931. Does that view, does it look familiar to you?
Ja, U Edele, dit is ook van my balkon afgeneem.
Yes, that was also taken from my balcony, my lady.
And you confirm the red arrow again.
U Edele, dit is meneer Oscar Pistorius se huis.
My lady, that is Mr. Oscar Pistorius' house.
And number 932, madam.
U Edele, ek verstaan dit is die badkamer venster van meneer Pistorius se huis.
If you're on the balcony, could you see that specific house?
Ja, U Edele.
Yes.
Good. Madam, now your bedroom, on which floor of the house is that?
U Edele, my slaapkamer is op die boonste verdieping en die vensters kyk uit na die Silverwoods landgoed toe.
My bedroom is on the second level, and the windows
Face out. Face towards.
face towards the Silverwoods estate.
Now, do you have windows in your room?
U Edele, ek het slaapkamervensters wat waarwyd oop was want ons het nie 'n ligreëling of 'n dakwaaier nie.
My lady, I had bedroom windows which was wide open because we do not have air conditioning in the bedroom
Or 'n fan.
or a fan.
Happened the next day. I just want to go back to the screams you've heard. Did that have any effect on you?
U Edele, dit was verskriklik traumaties geweest. Die angs was bloedstollende gille geweest. Dis die tipe ding wat jou koud laat. Jy kan dit nie mooi oordra aan iemand nie. Dit was verskriklik. Die angs in haar stem.
It was very traumatic for me. You could hear that it was blood-curdling screams, and
Dit laat jou koud. Jy kan dit nie reg doen. You can't
it
translate it in words.
it leaves you cold. You can't translate it in word. The anxiousness in her voice
Fear.
and fear.
Let us then carry on. You said that the next day you got up normal time. When you got up, did you know what happened?
U Edele, ek het nie geweet. Ek het gedink is 'n huisbraak. Ek was oortuig ek en my man, mense is aangeval in hulle huis in Silverwoods. Dis wat ons gedink het.
I was not aware. I thought it was a housebreaking. We thought, my husband and I thought that someone was attacked in the house in the Silverwoods estate.
And what did you do, madam?
U Edele, ek het maar werk toe gegaan soos enige ander dag. Ek het toe ook 'n vriendin gebel op pad werk toe.
I went to work like with any other day, and I also called a friend on my way to work.
Yeah.
U Edele, my vriendin se kind is in die Silverwoods kleuterskool, so ek het haar gebel om haar te vra, kan sy asseblief uitvind wat het gebeur, en ek het haar die storie vertel.
My friend's child is in the Silverwoods nursery school, and I asked her if it's possible, if she could find out what happened.
And you also said you told her the story.
Dis reg, U Edele, ek het vir haar die storie vertel.
That is correct. I told her the story.
What story did you tell her? Don't repeat the story, but what story did you tell her?
U Edele, ek het haar vertel van die vrou se verskriklike gille en die skote.
My lady, I told her about the woman's terrible screams and the gunshots that I heard.
Eerlik het vir haar gevra, ek wil hoor of iemand dood is en wat het gebeur.
I asked her, I want to find out if someone died
What happened?
and what happened.
And then what happened?
Eerlik het toe by die universiteit aangekom en ek het vir 'n kollega, Dr. Boshoff, gesien.
At the university and I saw a colleague, Dr. Boshoff.
Eerlik het toe ons het maar gesels soos elke oggend. Hy het gevra hoe gaan dit en ek het hom vertel van my slegte nag.
We talked like every morning and I told him about the bad morning that I had.
Bad night.
Bad night. Apologies.
Yes.
Eerlik het ook 'n ander kollega gesien, Vita Wilkins, en ek het vir haar ook vertel, ons het gesels in die oggend, ek het haar vertel van die huisbraak, dat ek toe gedink het huisbraak was, wat ek gehoor
Wat is die ander kollega's naam?
Vita Wilkins.
I also saw another colleague, Vita Wilkins, and we talked and I told her of the house breaking I thought took place the previous night.
Yes.
Edele, en ek het toe begin werk en later het my man my geskakel.
I started working and then later on my husband called me.
Yes.
Edele het vir my gevra of ek kan onthou wat die vorige aand gebeur het en ek het gesê natuurlik.
He asked me if I could remember what happened the previous night and I said yes.
Edele, en ek het hom toe vertel soos wat ek het gehad het, soos wat ek aan die hof verduidelik het.
I then told him as I just explained to the court.
Edele, hy het toe vir my gesê, hy het nou net by die kantoor gehoor, hy het nou net agtergekom, meneer Oscar Pistorius is op die nuus en hulle sê, hy het gedink daar's 'n inbreker en toe het hy sy meisie doodgeskiet.
He then told me that at the office he just heard that Mr. Oscar Pistorius is on the news and he thought that there was an intruder and then he shot his girlfriend.
Just 1 minute.
Yes.
Is this just hold on?
Sorry?
This is not hearsay evidence.
Her husband will be a witness.
Will
Malay.
be.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Die
very much.
edele, dit was toe op die nuus gewees, my man het toe eers die nuus agtergekom.
It was on the news and then my husband only then realized.
And when you heard that, what did you think?
Edele, ek het vir my man gesê, dit kan nie wees nie, want dit rym nie met wat ons gehoor het nie.
I told my husband that it cannot be because it's not
Dis not wrong
it
with
was
what we heard.
it's not what we heard.
Madam, how did it come about that you made a statement to the police?
Edele, ek het eers later 'n verklaring afgelê want ek woon nie in Silverwoods nie.
I only made a statement later on because I do not live in Silverwoods.
En ons was oortuig geweest daar sou mense in Silverwoods wees wat sou gehoor het want dit was baie duidelik vir ons wat gebeur het.
And we thought that there would be people in Silverwoods that estate that heard
It would testify
that would testify
because we're not in that estate.
because we are not in that estate.
Yes.
Edele, ek en my man het toe weggegaan tydens die voorverhoor en ons het die voorverhoor op die radio gehoor.
We went away during
Pre-trial
we went away during the pre-trial and
on the radio.
we heard of the pre-trial on the radio.
You referred to something as a pre-trial, but you heard a judgment on the radio.
Dis korrek, Edele.
That is correct.
Mm-hmm. And what
En
then?
Edele, op die radio het ons gehoor, daar word gepraat van 'n getuie wat 600 meter weg is. Ons het toe intussen agtergekom, ons woon nie te ver van meneer Pistorius nie, want daar was 'n ligfoto op die TV gewees van ons huis.
we heard on the radio of a witness that stays 600 meters far, and we then realized that we do not stay that far from Mr. Pistorius because we saw an aerial photo on the television of our house.
Yes.
Die edele verder by ons werke het almal toe nou besef hoe belangrik ons getuie is, want ons kollegas het gehoor van wat ons gedink het die huisbraak is voor baie van ons geweet het dis meneer Pistorius.
At our workplaces, we then realized how important our testimony is because our colleagues heard of the housebreaking before we knew before we knew that it was Mr. Pistorius.
And then what did you do?
Edele ons het toe probeer uitvind wat ons moet doen. Ons is nie eintlik media mense nie. Dit is vir ons erg om hier te wees. Ons is private mense.
We then tried to find out what we should do. We are not really media people. It's difficult for us to be here.
Edele, ek het toe 'n prokureur gebel en ook 'n advokaat, Nikki Marits wat ek ken.
I then contacted an attorney as well as an advocate that I knew, Nikki Marits.
Edele, om advies te kry oor 'n verklaring. Hoe moet ons maak om 'n verklaring af te lê?
To get advice regarding the statement, how we should go about to give a statement.
Edele, want ons het gehoor as ons na die polisiestasie toe gaan, dan die media op daardie stadium was baie erg. Ons wou dit privaat gehou het.
We heard that when we go to the police station, the media at that stage, it was very intense, and we wanted to do it privately.
Die edele advokaat Marits het toe gesê ons moet ons verklaring so lank neerskryf en dan kan ons by mekaar kom. Maar voor dit gebeur het die polisie aan ons weer geklop een aand.
Advocate Marits told us that we should write down our statement and then thereafter we could get together. But before that, the police knocked on our door one evening.
And you made a statement with the police when they came back.
Die edele, die polisie was toe daar, hulle het met ons gepraat en hulle het gesê kaptein Mike van Aert sal 'n draai by ons maak om die verklaring af te neem.
The police was there and they talked to us and then they informed us that Captain Mike van Aert will come to get the statement from us.
And did that happen?
Die edele, dit was so, kaptein van Aert het gekom en ek het eers het hy gekonsulteer met my man apart. Hy het sy verklaring afgelê en toe later met my.
That is correct. Captain van Aert was there. He firstly consulted with my husband separately and took the statement and then consulted with me.
Madam, there will be other witnesses in this matter. The Stip family. Did you know them before this incident?
Die edele, ek het hulle glad nie geken nie. Ek het hulle 'n week of 2 terug vir die eerste keer ontmoet.
I did not know them at all. I first met them about a week or 2 ago.
Die edele, net toe ek die hof besoek het om te sien hoe lyk die hof.
It was when I visited the court just to see how the court looks.
There also be the witnesses van der Merwes. Did you know them?
Die edele, ek het hulle nog nooit ontmoet nie. Ek het hulle vanoggend vir die eerste keer gesien.
I have never met them. I saw them the first time this morning.
Milady, it's 10 to 1. May I inconvenience the court and ask that we take an early lunch?
Yes.
Be back at 10 to 2. And I just want to go through the notes. I'm sure I'm done. I just want to go through the notes and then we can proceed from there, Milady.
Yes, thank you very much. There's no objection to this request?
I don't think it will help me, my lady, but no, thank you.
Very wise. Court will adjourn. Thank you very much.
As the court pleases, I then call Michelle Berger. Milady, may I? There was a judgment indicating that all witnesses that gave evidence could be recorded and shown, audiovisual recordings. Milady, we've objected on behalf of this witness,
Yes.
and the ruling was that this particular witness and the ones that would follow, that I would include the court, that would inform the court about, evidence should not be recorded and shown, either on a video recording or still photos. Milady, there's then a second issue. We not only have this court, we also have an overflow court. So I beg the court's finding that the court would order that also in the overflow court,
Yes.
the witness's face is not shown.
Okay. The overflow, they're hearing us, aren't they?
The overflow court can hear us, Milady,
That-
yes.
They're part of these
Yeah,
proceedings.
Indeed, Milady.
Yes. So it does apply. I do order that the face of this witness should not be shown.
As a court, please.
Yes. Is there anything else?
That's it.
No, that's it. Thank you.
She testifies in Afrikaans, your ladyship. Volle naam en vorm.
Michelle Burger?
Enige beswarte in die aflê van die voorgeskrewe eed.
Nee,
Beskou u dit bindend op u gewete?
is reg.
Sweer u dat die getuienis wat u gaan aflê die waarheid, die volle waarheid en niks anders as die waarheid sal wees nie? Steek op u regterhand en sê so help my God.
So help my God.
Milady,
You may be seated if you so wish.
we will lead the witness in English, the witness would respond in Afrikaans.
Estate, but I did not know where.
Madam, on the 14th of February 2013, where did you stay?
U edele, ek woon in Silverstream landgoed in Pretoria. Ek het daar gewoon op daardie datum en ek woon steeds daar.
My lady, I stayed in the Silverstream estate on that date and I am still staying there.
And who shares the house with you, madam?
U edele, my man, Charl Peter Johnson, woon saam met my.
It's my husband, Charl Peter Johnson. He stays with me.
How long have you been staying there, madam?
U edele, ons het in 2011 ingetrek.
We moved in 2011, my lady.
Now, your estate and the Silverwoods estate, are they next to each other?
Ja, dis aangrensend tot mekaar. My huis is teen die grens van die maak hierdie stoel.
No. Are you comfortable? Madam, What business are you in?
Ek's 'n dosent by die Universiteit van Pretoria.
I'm a lecturer at the University of Pretoria.
In which department, madam?
U edele, ek is by die departement konstruksie-ekonomie,
I'm at the Department Construction
economics.
Economics.
Madam, the accused before court is Mr. Oscar Pistorius. Do you know him?
U edele, ek het hom nog nooit ontmoet nie, ek ken hom nie.
My lady, I've never met him before.
Before this incident, madam, did you know where he stayed?
U edele, ek het geweet hy woon in die Silverwoods estate, maar ek het nie geweet waar nie.
I did know that he was staying in the Silverwood.
Die Silverwoods landgoed in Silverstream estate.
Yes, they are next to each other. Huis grens aan.
Ja.
My house is
Adjacent.
next to the a border of the Silver Stream and the Silverwood estate.
Now, madam, this matter deals with an incident that happened on the 14th of February 2013, early morning hours. You know that.
Yes, I do.
Now, on the evening of 13 February 2013, was anything special at your house by that?
U edele, dit was 'n aand soos enige ander aand gewees. Ek en my man was by die huis gewees. Ons het aandete geëet, ek het kos voorberei en ons het gewone tyd gaan slaap wat gewoonlik tussen 9 uur en 10 uur is.
Just 1 minute. Give Ms. Boshan time to interpret, please.
My lady, it was an evening like any other evening. We were at home, we ate dinner, I prepared food, and we went to bed at our normal hours, which is between